My name is Lucia Khaled. I'm originally born in Mexico. I live here in the U.S. My original name is Lucia Judith Sarko Kosgaya. That's my born name. My married name is Lucia Khaled. And I'm originally from Mexico, which is south of, it's Latin America. My mom's name is Ruth. My father is Jesus. I'm the youngest of four. I have three older brothers, and I'm the only girl. Growing up, we grew up very Catholic. We're traditional Catholics, going to church every Sunday. My mom makes sure that at least I go to church every Sunday, and it was a must-do thing to go. It was the social thing to go. Yes, my mom is from the south of Mexico. It's a state called Campeche. And my father is from the north of Mexico, which is closer to the U.S. and the border. It's called Chihuahua. And my father met my mom by working, so he had to go to the south, and to the south of Mexico, and that's how he met her. My mom is from a very small village in this city. And my dad is from a big town. So they actually fell in love. In 6 months, they got married, and my mom moved to the middle of the country, which is where I was born and my brothers were born. My father is a mechanic engineer, and my mom is a homemaker. I have three older brothers. The oldest of them is a doctor. He's married to Panamanian, also from Latin America. She is also a doctor. My brother, the middle of them, he is chemical engineering. Currently, he lives in Canada. And the youngest one is in Mexico. He really didn't finish college, but he is more into business and stuff like that. So he lives in Puebla, where my parents live. Like I said, we were a Catholic family. We just, we moved to the middle of Puebla. My dad got a house. That transition was very stressful because we moved away from everybody. So we were only us, and that's it. I grew up in this place for the next 20 years. I grew up there until I got married and I moved to the U.S. Puebla, as Mexico, it's I will say almost 99% Catholic. Where I live was one of the first cities built when Cortez and Mexico was discovered by Colón and the Spaniards. That's one of the first cities that was built. And so you can find a church in every corner. And this is true. You go to the next corner, there's another church. So it's very conservative and very Catholic traditional, not Orthodox, but just Catholic, just traditional and very conservative. Like I said, my dad, he was not a very religious man. He does believe in God. He does, follow the rules and the etiquettes of what the religion is, but he wasn't practicing Catholic. My mom is. My mom is, the priest is in a higher place. The priest is the one that, gives you advice on what to do, what not to do. Like I said, she goes to church every Sunday. And even for us, she used to tell us, if you don't do this, then you won't go to church. Like if you don't wash your socks, for example, you don't go to church, you won't go out with your friends. That's something that she will say to us. I mean, going to church was a must. If we wanted to do any other social thing, we had to go to church. So it was very strong and power-willed. I also went to Catholic school. it was not the regular school, it was just like religious school, and it was run by nuns. That was a terrible thing. I mean, I love my family and, you know, everybody there that is Catholic, but going to the nuns, I think, was not a pleasant experience, and we had to go. I had to go every Thursday, and they used to make us make, you know, drawings about, you know, Jesus and things like that, and I just had this thing that I never liked them. I never liked the way they treated us, because they will be like extra strict, and when you have questions about the religion, like for example, where does Jesus come, or, you know, who's God, or things like that, Catholicism has a block, right? There's like a wall, and you're not allowed to ask questions. You're just allowed to believe, and that's it, which is different with Islam. The difference is that it's mixed with culture. It's mixed with the culture of before the pre-Catholic or the pre-Spaniard conquered, right? So there's a lot of beliefs on saints. There's a lot of, still everything is left, sometimes not even to Jesus, but to the saint of the town. Or, for example, they will have different baby Jesus called different names, and then each person will pray to whomever is convenient to pray. Like, just an example, there's one saint that is called San Antonio, which single women will pray to find a husband. So, I mean, they will find just, you know, there's a lot of saints, more than being focused on God and Jesus, like in Rome or in the Orthodox Catholics. It's more like a mix with gods that they used to have before, but they changed them into saints, so the population will convert to Christianity. So if they had the god of the rain, let's say, right? The Spaniards changed the name of that person and put the name of a virgin, so the people will convert to Christianity, convert to Catholicism, and come to church. So it's not for me, it's not a true, like, Orthodox Catholics, like there is in Jerusalem, for example. The Mexicans, actually, they're called Aztecs. That was the main society before the Spaniard came to America. So it was the Aztecs who lived there. They have their social life. They have their own systems of living, right? There are levels from the peasants to the kings to the governor to the priest, and they had just gods, you know, like the gods of the rain, the god of fertility, the goddess of they have this god from corn, because corn in my country is the base of food. Corn used, I mean, now of course with the time has changed, but in the beginning, corn is the base of food, and sometimes it was the transaction, the coin for transaction. So they had these different gods. So when the Spaniard came, they destroyed many of the temples, they destroyed many of the things, and then they, with their weapons and disease, because they brought disease to the Aztecs, they sickness, yeah, like chicken pox and stuff like that. Chicken pox, the one you get little pimples all over.
We say chicken pox. We say flower sickness, yeah.
Yeah, they brought it. We didn't have it, and they brought it, and then they, a lot of people die from that. So when they saw white people coming to the country, to the Aztec Empire, I think it caught them by surprise. So they didn't really retaliate or treat them as enemies. But then, as more Spaniards came to the country, they started to convert them to Christianity and